G'day, let me show you how to install a peep hole in a solid timber door without damaging the timber. Because now that our side lights or our door windows have got the privacy film on it, we can't see who's knocking at the door. And even though a peep hole is pretty low tech as far as home security goes, they're cheap and they're easy to install. And they do add that one layer of security so that you can see who's knocking at the door. I've bought this $10 wide angle peep hole from eBay, and it suits multiple thicknesses of doors, and it's the same kind of install whether it's fiberglass, steel or timber. So I'm going to get one of the shorter family members to mark their height on the door, and then find the center of the door. You can either do it by measuring the width of the door and then halving it, or if you don't have a tape measure, you can use a piece of paper. If you've got a door with one of these kind of panels in the middle, mark the width of that panel and then fold your piece of paper in half, and that would be center. With a smaller drill bit, maybe 3 or 4 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch, this is just going to be a pilot hole that goes all the way through the door, and it's going to be a guide for the next larger size drill bit. Try to drill through the door as level and as straight as you can, and that'll make sure that when you install the peep hole, it sits nice and flat against the timber. And this pilot hole is going to go all the way through the timber door. The next hole we drill will be the size of the peep hole body, or slightly larger is okay. 15 or 16 millimeter, which is about 5/8. I don't have a 15-16 millimeter drill bit. The largest one I've got is 13, so I'm going to go with this 16 millimeter spade bit. Hopefully it's sharp and hopefully it works. So with the larger drill bit that we're going to use, I don't want to drill all the way through the timber door and blow out the grain on the other side, because that's going to give us a job of sanding and painting and so on. What I want to do is drill about halfway through each side. Yep, that looks good. I'll put a bit of tape on there just as a depth guide. Again, try and go as nice and level and straight as you can. I should be wearing safety glasses and earmuffs. 1 minute. You can see how by drilling through one side it started to blow out the paint and the bit of timber, splinters and so on. That's why we drill through one side and then back through the other, because this will leave a clean hole. So now we can go back through and meet the hole from the other side. Once we're all the way through, make sure you blow out the dust, because we don't want that getting in the middle of the peep hole body. And there we go. No splintered timber, no damage. Because these peep holes come in 2 parts for different width doors, we want to make sure that we install it around the right way. Otherwise, people can see straight in from outside. So that's the inside. I don't really know how beneficial this little flap is, but that's the inside. That's going to be on the outside of the door. So from the inside, we can push that in nice and flush. And then if you've got long enough arms, hold the inside while you thread the outside on. If your front door, being timber, is exposed to the weather, it pays to seal where you've actually drilled into the timber. This front door doesn't get any weather to it, but you can always put a bit of paint or timber sealer in there before you screw this peep hole on. We'll need to use something flat and wide like a screwdriver on its edge, or a butter knife, or this chisel is wide enough to do it. So you just need to tighten it up that little bit. Try not to scratch the door. Let's test it out. That worked well, and if you want to see some other cool ideas on how to make your front entrance either more secure or just look better, I've got those videos lined up for you right there. I'll see you there.